Hey guys, my name is Pierre from Can Am Spyder and welcome to the Spyder Shop. Well, today it is November 10th. It's a Sunday, 2019, and I don't have my usual smile. I don't have my usual energy. I'm pissed. I'm upset. Why? My 2018 F3 Limited is acting up again. All right, so what's got me so ticked off right now? Well, on this F3 Limited, it's happened about 7 or 8 times now where my brake, my parking brake gets stuck. What do I mean by get stuck? Well, it's, you know, that little push button, it's electronic. So you start off your bike, you want to get up and going, or you just want to move it up and down in the Spyder shop or move it outside, and the parking brake won't come off. It just stays there, it just you know, the little red parking just stays there. Nothing happened. You don't hear that little motor, you know, that takes it off so you can actually roll it when it's in neutral. Nothing of that is happening. It just won't budge. That's 7 or 8 times. I've been able to fix it on a temporary level before. I am going to my dealer. I've heard that other people have had the same issues. But what do you do? I'm in the shop right now, so I'm kind of okay, and I'm hoping that I'll turn it on, turn it off, turn it on and off, and it's gonna come off. But what happens if you're in the mountains somewhere, you stop for a beverage, you stop to look at the beautiful view, you're in the middle of nowhere, you get up on your bike and just won't get going because your parking brake is stuck. So here's how you can fix that. Take note that if this happens to you once somewhere, it's bound to happen again. It's not going to happen one time and then one time 3 or 4 years down the line. It will happen again. All right, as you can see, my little parking brake is flashing. Make sure I can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to press. See my finger here? I'm pressing on the park. It's not going anywhere. See? Can't go back and forth. Pressing, 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 not going anywhere. It's just stuck there. Just stuck there. Here's a fun one. So I started the bike and the parking brake came off, but my light is still flashing. So I'm going to be able to move, say I can move the bike back and forth a little bit, well actually as much as I want, but that parking is still on. So only half the problem solved. Since I had my first misadventure, I carry 2 tools in case it happened again. It's one of these little hooks. That's to remove springs on any cars or motorcycles and things like that. And a 12mm key. And the reason for that, we're going to have to lay down on the ground. We're going to have to work between the exhaust system, the muffler, and where that brake cable ends up at the bottom of the bike. So the first thing we're going to try is that we're going to take this spring removal tool. And you see this little spring right here? This is on the brake lever here. So you got the spring right there. We're going to squeeze that in right there. And we're simply going to pull down on it to remove it. So the goal is to get a 12mm key on this bolt here. You got to make this loose. You may need another 12mm for the bolt on the other side here. And you're trying to get this loose here because the cable that runs from there to there, you need to be able to push it towards the outside. You see there's a little bracket there, I'm touching it here and at the top there. And there's a little opening here. So if you make this loose here and here, you'll be able to push this cable to the outside. And as you do that, you'll be relieving the pressure on the lever that's right there. And that should be able to take off, you know, the parking brake. Even if your light keeps flashing, at least the handbrake will be off, the parking brake will be off, and you'll be on your way. Now the handbrake is currently on. So let me go ahead and try to do this here. And you see now, I'm able to push the bike forward. It was on before, it's still on, but at least we relieved the pressure and the bike is moving. Don't forget that you don't have any parking brake now, so when you get to the hotel, you get home, park on a level surface, make sure you can, stop your tires, whether it's rocks and pieces of wood, make sure you can secure the Can Am Spyder so it doesn't roll out on you, get somebody injured. So just be careful about that. You can go back down underneath the Spyder and simply, pull back on that cable, put it back in, tighten up the 2 nuts that were there, and then put your spring back for now and see what happens. Hopefully that solved your problem for a little while. You have to remember that you fix the problem, but only partially. You need to get your bike looked at, take it to the dealer or somebody that's going to be able to put the codes on that and see exactly what needs to be done and probably change that motor. Like I said, if it's stuck one time, if it happened one time, it's going to happen multiple times. I've talked to quite a few people around me. It may be, a couple of weeks apart, a couple of months apart, but it will happen again and probably in a bad timing fashion, I'm sure of it. So, moral of the story, just keep 2 12mm keys and a spring removal tool and the bottom of your toolkit in your bike. This is good for any bike, any Can Am Spyder that has the electronic brake, so the RT series, ST series, and I think it would be the F3 series, okay? The RS, I think it's a manual brake, so you don't need it for that. So, yeah, really I didn't feel like making a video today, I gotta tell you, but it happened, it was there, it is on a Sunday, the shop is closed technically, so I was catching up on some work and I just thought that the occasion was too good to pass up to get a video done and just share a bit of information. So once again guys, I'm no mechanic, I'm no tradesman of 30 years, I don't pretend to know all about Can Am Spyders. I know a little bit. I know a little bit more today than I did yesterday, so it's just me sharing information with you guys, okay? Pass it along to your friends, share the video. It's one of those things you should know about because if you ask around, it's probably happened to one of your friends. Once again, guys, I'm Pierre from the Spyder Shop. Take care. Bye-bye.